I remember how the rain cut into my skin that night, each drop like a tiny needle on a body already fracturing from within. 6 months pregnant. One hand clutching my belly, the other striking the glass while my father and brother watched from the other side, dry, cozy, sipping wine as though they were spectators to some pitiful spectacle. My brother's smirk came first. Then my father reached over and flipped off the light. They left me there bleeding, trembling, invisible. But that night would be their last moment of power over me. By midnight, I came back. And I didn't come back alone. I wasn't always the storm that now knocked at their door. Once, I was their daughter who still tried, the sister who still believed blood carried meaning. I used to listen when my father claimed he wanted the best for me. I used to laugh at my brother's teasing. I used to trust. Then I got pregnant, and everything shifted. At first, it was subtle, the way they spoke around me, never to me, the secret glances, the sudden curiosity about my finances. My father insisted I move back home for help of an unspecified kind. My brother began offering to manage my accounts. Then came the intercepted letters, the vanished documents, the way my medical bills somehow landed in their hands before mine. I sensed the deception but didn't confront it yet. The truth revealed itself in a voicemail my father forgot to delete. His voice was cold, precise, talking about how the girl finally had something worth taking. The girl, not his daughter, a liability with assets. And my brother? He laughed. Called me too emotional to notice, predicted that once the baby arrived, I'd be easy to control. Their plan: take everything. My home, my finances, my child. So I stopped crying, stopped pleading, stopped being theirs. I became silent, watchful, meticulous. I began documenting everything: recordings, financial trails, medical records, every whispered word they assumed I hadn't heard. I moved my assets into a trust beyond their reach. I reached out to the one person they feared most, my mother's brother, the man my father refused to acknowledge because he couldn't control him. Uncle Adrian didn't question me. He listened once, his eyes darkening with each detail, then said only, "Tell me what you need." Protection. Witnesses. Access back into the house that night. But what I wanted, that was mine alone to claim. When they left me out in the rain, I understood why. Hours earlier, I had glimpsed unsigned transfer forms on the dining table. All they needed was my fragile, desperate signature. But I didn't break. I bled, I shivered, I endured, but I didn't break. As the storm intensified and lightning split the sky, I walked toward the dark sedan parked at the street's end. Adrian was there, draping his coat around me, warmth spread faster than my skin could absorb. "Ready?" he asked. "Yes," I replied, and I meant it. We returned at midnight. The rain had softened to a drizzle. The world seemed washed clean, everything except the house that never sheltered me. My father's silhouette moved behind the curtains. My brother's laughter echoed within. Adrian stood behind me as I knocked. One solid strike, resonant and deliberate. The door swung open. My father paled instantly. My brother screamed, dropping his wine glass, shards scattering at his feet, because the man standing behind me was the one they never imagined supporting me. The man they owed, the man they stole from, the man who had waited years for justification to enter their house armed with witnesses, documents, and the law. My uncle. Not the gentle relative they assumed, but the executor of everything they had tried to bury. The confrontation was swift, methodical, devastating. I didn't yell. I didn't shake. I laid out every piece of evidence across their polished table: photographs, forged signatures, recorded threats. Adrian's lawyers delivered the rest. My father crumbled first, voice fragile and faltering. My brother tried to flee, but Adrian blocked him with a single step. When the officers arrived, I watched the cuffs snap shut, heartbeat slow, steady, alive. For the first time, I felt safe. As they were escorted out, one after the other, I rested my hand on my belly. The baby kicked, soft, sure, like a signal. "I told you," I whispered to the life inside me. "We're not alone." As the rain quieted, I realized something with piercing clarity. I didn't need revenge to feel powerful. I only needed the truth. Revenge was merely its echo.